This video will act as a complete guide for candidates to understand the basics of simplifying sets, intro to irrational numbers, advanced set simplification, and operation on sets. We first have to review our knowledge on rational numbers and irrational numbers. So rational numbers are numbers that can be written as a fraction in the form of a over b, where a and b are integers and b cannot equate to 0. On the other hand, irrational numbers cannot be expressed in this form as their decimal form goes on forever without repeating. Famous examples of irrational numbers include pi, exponent, and the square root of 2, which keep on repeating. The square root of 2 is actually a good example for what a set is. A quick look on our number line. The blue dots represent rational numbers, whilst the green dots in between represent irrational numbers. The irrational numbers are filling up the gap between rational numbers, and altogether they make up real numbers. A set is the square root or a higher root of a number that cannot be simplified to a whole number or a fraction. On the right hand side we can simplify our square root, but on the left we cannot. In the world of numbers, we use sets because they give exact values. Decimals are only approximations and they are easier to work with calculations. For example, the square root of 2 is an exact value, but if we try to approximate this, we lose its true value. The basics of simplifying sets is that we can split a square root into its factors. For example, the square root of a times b can be split as square root of a times square root of b. The point of simplifying set is that you find the perfect square factors, split using the golden rule, simplify the perfect square, and write in the simplest form as possible. We are given the square root of 12 and we need to firstly find the perfect squares of 12, 4 and 3, and we write our question as the square root of 4 times the square root of 3. The square root of 4 is a perfect square and we can simplify it to 2. Then after that we write it as the product of 2 times square root of 3 and we simplify. We are given square root of 50 and as a product of its perfect squares we get square root of 25 times 2. Square root of 25 can be simplified to 5, so our answer is written in the form of 5 square root of 2. Solving more advanced set simplification. In this section we are going to be using the factor tree method. Square root of 72 can be broken down to 36 times 2. 36 can be broken down into 6 times 6. 36 is a perfect square. So we are going to write square root of 72 as square root of 36 times 2. The square root of 36 is 6, so we have simplified to 6 square root of 2. Prime factorization is another technique you can use to simplify our sets. We are given square root of 200 and the 200 can be written as 2 times 100. 100 can be broken down again into 10 times 10, so 10 is a perfect square. Or 200 is equal to 4 times 50. 4 times 25 times 2, which equals to 100 times 2. We can find the square root of 100, so we simplify to square root of 100 times 2. The square root of 100 is equal to 10, so our final solution will be 10 square root of 2. If the question hadn't asked to leave your answer in decimal, you are advised to always leave your answer in set form. Addition and subtraction operation in sets are only attainable if our sets share the same square root. Let's take a look at an example. We have 3 square root of 2 plus 5 square root of 2. We add 3 plus 5 and we get 8 and the same square root of 2. But when in cases of different roots, we cannot simplify. Sometimes you need to simplify first so that the square roots will be the same. Multiplication of square roots will use the same rule we have been using previously, but this time it will be written in the form square root of a times the square root of b can also be written as the square root of a times b. Square root of 3 times square root of 5 can be written as square root of 15. On the right hand side, the predecessors of the square root will multiply each other, 2 times 4, and we will multiply our square root also, resulting in our answer as 8 square root of 15. Rationalizing the denominator means removing the set part from the denominator, making it a rational number. We do this because it is considered proper mathematical form and makes our calculations easier. So the method we use, we multiply the top and bottom by the set in the denominator. For example, 1 over square root of 2, we have to multiply the square root of 2 on both the numerator and denominator, simplifying to square root of 2 over 2. Now there is no set in the denominator. We'll follow again the steps of example 1, multiplying numerator and denominator by square root of 3, making our final solution 5 square root of 3 over 3. The next part will test your understanding on sets. Happy working!